Hey YouTube, coming at you with another Sunshine Cup team to deal with the shift in the meta to a certain extent. So I always said that like Swampert with Shadow Swampert is a beast in this meta because you will beat the owl with the Hydro Cans, can only take 2 to take it out. So you just outpace it, and then the owl in itself is just a beast. So you need a third. I'm sick of Vigoroth, and then there was a shift in grass Pokemon. Decidueye was everywhere, Tropius was everywhere, and then people also tried donphan as a ground counter user. And something that beats all that is TREVENANT. And again, it's like, wow, so creative. But it is such actually like underrated. Like people were scared because like Pidgeot's everywhere, the owl's everywhere, so it's very scary to use it. But with the shift in meta, it actually came to be quite strong. If you are worried about not having anything to throw, you can run Foul Play on it. So I ran half these battles with Shadow Ball and half with Foul Play. So let's go over some battles. Again, here is fine. You just throw around on 7 before they get to the Feather Dance. This is going to chip huge. I expect a shield because they're probably going to want to lower my attack first. That's fine. They don't even throw before, so now I'm going to get a second one off. Again, this will do great chip damage. I'll let a Feather Dance go at this point because it won't KO me. And at this point, they're going to have to throw either a second one or else I'm going to get to another Hydro Cannon, and they're pretty low already. So they may have to, yeah, they're going to have to double throw here. And at this point, I'm fine going down. They drain their energy. Let's come in the owl, just kind of get ahead on energy here. I will respect a Brave Bird here just because at this point they could just throw a Brave Bird and bail, but they do just Feather Dance, which is fine. And out comes your TREVENANT, and that is beautiful. Sorry, out comes your Vigoroth, and I have one of the best answers in the game to this. Everyone's saying Decidueye is the best answer. To a certain extent it is, but the thing is now with this matchup, I will 100% come out with a second move, right? So I'm going to come out with at least one Seed Bomb here. So throw this Seed Bomb, take it out, and if the Pidgeot comes back in, I will have a Seed Bomb, which will do enough chip damage that it's pretty low already that I probably can take it out. Yeah, 100%. It's way too low now. So again, just getting ahead on this energy to have moves to throw here is not a bad scenario. It goes down, goodbye. Out comes a Stunfisk. I'm just going to bait because, again, the owl matchup against Stunfisk is pretty okay to begin with. So if you just chip it, grab some shields, it doesn't matter. At this point, it's in 2 Shadow Ball ranges, and I'm still going to take like 3 Rock Slides, and I have a shield, and I am loaded with energy. So game over. Right? So TREVENANT in the mid game there is still very, very strong for the Vigoroth. Let me talk about the Shadow Ball Foul Play, because there were a couple matchups here where you're just like, you get stuck on the owl, you get stuck on a Pidgeot, and you just lose. Not that I stole it from someone, because obviously the Foul Play has been used a few times, but by others who in the Open Great League who are also trying to counter the owl. The thing with Foul Play versus Shadow Ball is I played one matchup against a TREVENANT with my owl where they were loaded with energy, and they threw 2 Foul Plays, and it took me down to like 30%. So maybe it does, like, if I had to ballpark, like, it probably actually only did about 30%. So it does about like 30% to the owl. So it takes like, I don't know, maybe 6 Shadow Claws to get to. Yeah, I think it's one more than the Seed Bomb. So it's not bad if you want something to be able to throw at like the owl or stuff like that. Where does it hurt you? It hurts you in situation. It hurt me once, and it was a matchup with Galarian Stunfisk where it takes like 3 Seed Bombs to take out, whereas opposed to if I had the Shadow Ball plus the Seed Bomb, would have taken out quite easy. And I think I lost that matchup just because I did not have Shadow Ball. So it's a very rare situation that you wouldn't need it. Like, there's so many normal typings in this. There's so much ground. Like, I guess it would hurt a bit. Like, you'd want to throw probably Shadow Ball. You could still throw Seed Bomb against like a Magcargo because it's still neutral. But it just doesn't do as much. So in those situations where like shield's down or you only can throw one move, having to only throw the Seed Bomb as throwing like a stab. I mean, Seed Bomb stab too, but throwing like a harder hitting Shadow Ball in neutral situations, that's where it like was annoying. But being able to actually throw something at the Pidgeot in the owl is pretty good. The only problem is you're still going to get dominated in those matchups because the claws resisted. Again, it still takes like 6 claws to get to a foul play, and the foul play only does like 30%. So you're still going to lose pretty badly, but it's one of those things where it's like if you can win in the mid game against a vigoroth or something, and then come out with at least one, like being able to ship like 30% and then come in to a neutral matchup against like owl on owl sort of thing is pretty good. So that would be my recommendation if you're thinking about running that. But yeah, I'm ready for this meta to end. I got one. I'll probably showcase. I saw one person submitted a team online, so I'll probably showcase that tomorrow, and I'll showcase my really, really fun Ultra League team that I got to like the mid 2900s with, and then I dropped a bit. It's very hit or miss on the lead. It's one of those things where it's like if you have a neutral to great lead, you're like gonna win the matchup. If you have a hard lead loss, you're gonna lose the matchup. So stay tuned for that, maybe tomorrow morning. And then we have 2 weeks left, and the 2 weeks are really rough. So I haven't hit legend yet. No, I haven't. Again, I got to mid 2900s a couple times and then a couple losses, so I'm down a bit. And we have 2 weeks left. So if I find a good because I know it's Open Master League, so we're not playing that. And then it's the Little Cup, but it's Element Cup, which means no stupid bronzer. Ducklet is number 1 by a lot, unfortunately. So Ducklet is number 1 by a lot. Just looking at PV Poke rankings, 95 versus the next closest is Chinchou as the hardest answer at 83.9. Chinchou is interesting. I could use a Ducklet and Chinchou combo. Anyways, all that to say is if I find a team I like, you're going to see it multiple days in a row because I need to hit legend. So a lot of people are always like, how haven't you hit legend yet? It's very tough for me, especially as someone who puts out teams once a day, sometimes twice a day. Because like what happens is if I get like a good set 7-3, 8-2, I stop. I upload the battles, I stop the team, and I try another one out. Whereas opposed like a normal person would run with that team, right? But I want to try and bring you guys more team options. But we're 2 weeks left, so I really need to start grinding here. So I'm going to start grinding. Ducklet Chinchou combo is probably pretty good, and I've got both of them built. And I think I would have to build something to beat a grass type Pokemon. I mean, Ducklet deals with most of the grass type Pokemon too, because it has Wing Attack, which is buffed, and a Brave Bird. Yeah, it's recommending Bulbasaur, Ferroseed, Vulpix. I have a Vulpix, I can use that. Yeah, it's Execute. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to use yet, but that is coming. I can see actually that pairing or those two Pokemon on a lot of teams, because Ducklet should be everywhere just because it's a water type Pokemon. So you're going to deal with the fire. So Element Cup, I should say. Element Cup is fire, grass, and water. So it's like the main three. So Ducklet as a water type Pokemon that also has a Wing Attack fast move, resisting the fire and hitting super effective against the grass, right? So Ducklet should be on like 95% of teams. There's only 26 1-1 record through PV Poke Sim. I'm assuming some of that is bait dependent, like because you should not beat a Razor Leaf. I mean, you're taking neutral from grass because you're flying, right? No, you can actually just beat a lot of these Razor Leafers just going Bubble Beam and lowering their attack. Yep, these wins against like Shadow, Oddish doing Razor Leaf, you just Bubble Beam bait once and then Wing Attack down. 26 1-1 record. Oh boy. Okay, so we went from the Bronzer meta to the Ducklet meta. So Ducklet should be on every single team, and because the only thing that beats it is Chinchou, that should be on every single team. So I think you're going to see Ducklet, Chinchou, and a third. And the third's going to be random AF. What do you do here? What do you do when every single Pokemon loses to Ducklet? I have an idea of a third I want to use. Because this is probably bait dependent. And the Pokemon I'm thinking about is Seal. And it is bait dependent. They have to land a Brave Bird. So the question is... Oh, and they wanted you to run Ice Shard on Seal instead of Lick. I don't know. I don't know about that. I know you do super effective against the grass, but I kind of like Lick better. Anyways, very, very bait dependent with Brave Bird there. And I think that if I shield properly, or if you're in like the 0-1 shield, I bet you would beat it. Oops. Wrong, sorry. Yes. If you're in the 1 shield and you Icy Wind to lower their attack, you live a Brave Bird. And then you can get to an Noctowl. So you beat the 1-0, right? So I think Seal, just given its tank and its like overall strength, is pretty good. That does make you extremely, extremely weak to grass. So I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Anyways, that is it. I've got the Ultra League team coming tomorrow. We'll see what that team submitted is. And we will roll into next 2 weeks left. So kind of unlucky. I am in a conference in Toronto. I'm heading down on the 30th of May, and I won't be back till super late on the 1st. So that's the bad news. The good news is you may have seen it in my short video. After doing the collab with Poke Daxi in person, I bought a little microphone. So that way it's a portable microphone, because this one right here is plugged in to my computer, and I'm not traveling with this to Toronto. But I can travel with this because it's very, very small. And basically you just hook up the bottom part to your phone, and it gives you a better like speaker version. So if I am traveling on the 30th and there is news that drops for the next day, or I need to shoot like Lee Chernows on the Wednesday and want a video for Thursday morning, I can shoot Wednesday night in my hotel room. So yeah, that is that. And I'm actually going to try, I know this is like a solely a GBL channel right now, while I'm in Toronto, because I don't grind at all, because you guys know my schedule, right? Full-time job, 2 kids, put out videos every day, so I don't have time to like go and do a lot of these in-person events. But I'm headed down Tuesday, so I'll be there Tuesday night and Wednesday night, and back Thursday. So Tuesday spotlight hour, Wednesday raid hour, maybe vlog, who knows, we'll see. I may test it out, but that is basically it. So let me know if you, I was about to say, by the time you, it won't even matter, because by the time you are watching this video, I've already done my 5 sets on the day, because I do them at like 5:30 in the morning. So that is it. Yeah, not much to say. I'm running out of steam here. I'm just so nervous about the next season. I'm trying to do fun teams. I'm trying to do new stuff. I'm trying to do teams that also like are great for winning. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about next season. If they do not do a move update, this would be a substantial kill to this channel and others alike. So, anyways, appreciate the support, And that is it. So I will see you guys in the next one.